for scintillating welcome today evening. I hope I made it, I made use of this word. So thank you, everyone. Very good evening. As you announced, my name is Ritika Agarwal. So I'm working in Bangalore. So today we are gonna talk something about health and nutrition, which many of us know about it, but most of the time, we ignore that topic. So let me just share my screen. 1 second. I hope my voice is loud and clear. Can I see some expressions? Okay. And is my screen visible? Okay, that's great. Okay, so thank you once again for the warm welcome. So today we are gonna talk about preventing health ailments through proper nutrition. So let's see what all topics we are gonna cover, as this is a short, talk today. But talking about health is, I can talk endless. But today I need to, make it crisp. So let's just start with the flashback. So let me just ask you one question, all of you. Are you really well? Or let me ask, are we really well? So asking this question, which makes me, take me to the flashback 20 years ago. If we talk about today, wellness lifestyle is much more than just being drug-free and disease-free. But if we see 20 years ago, the main health ailments people used to face were diarrhea, typhoid, dengue, etc., right? But today, these issues have become secondary, and the major problems people are facing are chronic diseases like osteoarthritis, cancer, obesity, hormonal imbalances, diabetes, thyroid, infertility, and the list is on and on. Well, I can talk about so many health ailments, right? So this is about the flashback. What has changed in past 2 decades? If you can see, number of bulletin points I have mentioned, let's just, pick up one topic, line wise. First is the nutrition deficiency. Do you agree that the quality of the food has been degraded in the past few years? The food has adulterated. And how many of us are consuming organic fruits, vegetables, and grains at home? I think hardly we do, right? I think you have got the answer, but why we are deprived of nutrition? That question we should ask ourselves. Second is sedentary lifestyle. We all know, we all are living that lifestyle. How many of us do we do physical exercise at least 4 to 5 days a week? I think we can only, answer honestly to ourselves. Poor eating habits, untimely eating, snacking, late night munching, eating a lot of processed food these days, and not drinking enough water. These all are illustrations of poor lifestyle, poor eating habits. Again, the major factor about high stress levels, why people are so much stressed these days. You won't believe 80% of the people I deal with these days, they have some kind of issues related to stress. It could be related to their career, their relationship, finances, social life, maybe low self-image, or it could be bad health, negative environment, worrying about their future, and whatnot. And that could also, impacting the improper sleep. Many people are not having the proper sleep. Have you ever seen a baby sleeping? When did the last time you sleep like a baby? That question we should ask ourselves. Toxic environment at home. So toxicity starts from our home itself. We can see so many illustrations there also, like, the methods of cooking, the pollution inside the house, chemical products we use at home on daily basis, packaged food. I can count the list. Kids are also, exposed to that. So all these play a major role in increasing the intensity of chronic diseases these days, which we don't realize in early age. But as, we age later on, we accept that these diseases, as just part of our lifestyle. And last but not the least is emotional health. Do you have anyone with whom you share your emotional health? Or do you have any positive community platform, just like, this Toastmasters, I would say, where you get positive motivation, inspiration to work on your good health? So, like, this is also the positive environment, I believe. But are we aware about, the positive health? So do we have any platform or any community support like that? I think we all should reflect on this, especially in our me time when we are alone and we are sitting, with us. Okay. So now let's talk about the proper nutrition. But before that, let's have a reality check. We have n number of, fad information overflowing over the internet. But have you seen any 50-year-old person following any kind of these, crazy lifestyle or diets? Can you yourself follow these formulas, short formulas, I would say, through your entire life? I guess no, right? Because it seems what we are doing, it's just temporary and not sustainable. We can't do it for a longer term. For example, fad diets or intermittent fasting, or maybe, unbalanced meal, or skipping some kind of nutrients from our diet for some time. Okay, so let's see now what is sustainable lifestyle through proper nutrition, which we all should follow in the long run for a healthy living. So let's talk about the health principles. What is a balanced meal? Let's just talk about when we actually design our plate for all three meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What kind of nutrients you can find out in your food plate? If you wish to write, in the chat box, that's absolutely fine. I can have a look into that also. But we need to think about the nutrition, the carbs, the proteins, the vitamins, the minerals, the fiber, enough water. Are you hydrating yourself? But nowadays, we see common nutrition deficiencies in people. Lot more nutrition and good fats. I'm not talking about the bad fats. Good fats are required for our brain. And there is too much fad on internet about health. Like some says, go for this diet, go for fat diets, stop eating carbs if you want to lose weight, or, stop eating fats if you want to, follow such kind of diet. Everybody is trying to, adapt some shortcuts for their health. But let me tell you, friends, there is no shortcut about good health. There is always the consistency and the health principles we need to follow our, lifestyle we need to correct. And that will only be developed by inculcating healthy habits. But in reality, in my experience, I have coached 100+ clients across the globe in my 5+ years of career in nutrition. And I have seen the health principles remains the same. And one of them is the providing your body with the right nutrition, with a balanced diet. And that should be repetitive, not just one day, not just 1 week, or not just 1 month. But there are some mistakes made by people in this also. Like I earlier said also, untimely eatings, no proper schedule, late night snacking, eating a lot of processed food, junk food, because we don't have time to manage ourselves. So there is lacking self-management, right? We need to work on self-management as well as stress management. Let me ask you one more question. I couldn't see any more messages in the chat. So please, I want this session to be a little interactive also. Let me ask you, what is an average diet you eat on daily basis? Can you write down what all nutrition you include in all your 3 major meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner? And I'm just talking about these 3 major meals. I have not talked about the mid-time snacking time in the morning or evening. And you should ask this question to yourself. How much carbohydrates, proteins, good fats, fiber, water you intake on daily basis? If you're not able to figure that out, then you need a fitness buddy or health coach whom you can do your health assessment. Or if you are expert in that, then at least you should take some guidance from the right sources, which can help you to work on your personalized healthy lifestyle. And I think I'm almost covered all the points. Other than the balanced meal, yes, of course, nutrition. We need to also take care of other parameters which impact our health. I would say the other health pillars, which include the regular exercise, at least 4 to 5 days a week, we should adapt that lifestyle. And proper sleep. There should be a timings, of proper sleep. At least 6 to 7 hours of sound sleep we all should have. For example, I would say for stress management, or maybe if we don't have a control on our minds and thoughts, it is advisable to do at least 15 to 20 minutes of meditation in a day. Either you can do it in the morning or maybe, in the night before sleeping. Try to avoid the gadgets time, when you are trying to sleep. It will help you to reduce your stress hormones. And of course, carry the positive mental attitude, which is very much important. And I believe many people on this platform today, or Toastmasters, all of us carry that attitude. That's why we all are here, together. And the last but not least, belongingness. Belongingness requires, I would say, somebody whom you can count on. Maybe a platform, a person, a health coach, or maybe somebody in your life whom you can connect and share and work on your emotional quotient, emotional health. Because these days, if we talk about overall health parameters, only physical and correcting the food habits is not really important. We need to work on other health parameters like our stress, sleep, and our emotions. So with that, I'm done. Thank you. Now I think the platform is open for questions for a few minutes. So yeah, if the host can help me with the questions, that will be great.
Ritika ma'am, I think the question is, does diet, including quantity, change with age? What is your recommendation?
Okay, so the question is, does diet change as per the age, right? Before answering this question, let me ask question, whoever asked this question, this is very interesting, first of all. We should ask ourselves, what is our actual age? What is our physical age and what is our body age? If that question or that answer you already know, then you should ask yourself, what is your actual age? Okay, so our body age and our real age are different. As we age, for example, we are in early 20s or we are in early 30s or 40s. You can see many people who are in early 40s or 50s or 30s, but they look like, early 20s and early 30s. So how can you compare the diet on the basis of, age? So before answering this question, I would like to ask whoever asked this question, what is your body age and what is your real age? And coming to the answer, yes, of course, so age also matters, but before age, your lifestyle matters. As we talked and covered about the healthy lifestyle and the eating habits and the lifestyle we are living today, and 20 years back, our grandparents and ancestors used to do, there's a huge difference. That's why the diet has also been changed. And again, in today's scenario, the nutrition is deprived from the food. The quality of food has been degraded, as I mentioned. So the amount of food which we are eating, it's kind of a dead food because it's hardly, 20-30% of nutrition is there. And as we age, we know that lifestyle issues in the form of chronic diseases comes into the picture. But let me ask you one question. For example, if there is an alarm happen in a company, fire alarm, right? And everybody is asked, to, exit the premise. So the solution is just turn off the alarm or calling the fire brigade if there is a fire. So turning off the alarm is not just a solution. We need to put off the fire also, right? So just changing the diets as per the age is not just a solution. We need to correct the lifestyles. And correcting the lifestyle, everybody knows it's available. Everything is available on, Google Toastmasters, I would say. But nobody has the motivation and belongingness to follow that lifestyle consistently. That's why we need a support. Alone, it is difficult, but together it is easier.
Yeah,
I hope I hope I did the justice with the question.
Calculate the body age.
Body age.
How to calculate the body age? Is this a question? Okay. So just like we have the weighing scales for calculating our actual weight in kgs and labs, we have a machine called CUMS, Carada scan machines, and which talks about or which tells about our body compositions. So there are so many sources available, but I would recommend if you have a health coach or if you take guidance from many health experts or nutritionists, they will guide you for the personalized consultation and personalized sources to get that machines, because those were not easily available earlier. But after COVID times, as we all know, we all are health conscious and want to get a healthy lifestyle being at home. So many such sources are available which we can order online, and we can do that. But we need to have the knowledge how to use them and how to work on those parameters once we have the outputs. Just like we have the reports, blood test reports, like before consulting anyone. So whenever I consult any person, it's not a journal, recommendation I do, because everybody's body is different, everybody's lifestyle is different. So it's always a personalized consultation based on their lifestyle, based on their body, based on their body weight, and of course the body age and the actual age. So if anyone has any, concern, I have just shared the feedback form. I would be glad that, people, all of us who are there on this platform today who have logged in, maximum, feedback they can share so that I can also work on my work later on. And if you have any questions, I've shared my details also. You can contact me. Next question, please.
I fast for 15 to 16 hours. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, but it's again echoing. Yeah, you can go a little slow.
Fast for 15 to 16 hours. Intermittent fasting. After dinner around 8 p.m., I directly eat something next day afternoon and skip my breakfast. Will skipping breakfast cause any problem in the long run? I repeat the question.
Skip the breakfast after that.
Okay. Master Sir, if you don't mind, I got the question. If you don't mind, I will repeat it from my side. All right, thank you. Ma'am, the question is, I fast for 15 to 16 hours, intermittent fasting. After dinner, around 8 p.m., I directly eat something the next day afternoon and skip my breakfast. Will skipping breakfast cause any problem in long run?
Okay, interesting question. I think it's coming from I would say the fad diets, which I covered today. I hope everyone agrees here. First of all, before answering this question, I would like to ask whatever I presented today and explained, what is out of the world, like nobody has understood, or it was a good information people like or got to know about it for the first time. Can I see some expression, please? Or it will be good if you can switch on your videos. I would be glad. And okay, thank you so much. So whoever asked this question, before answering that intermittent fasting which you are following, who has asked this question, I would like to ask, why are you following this intermittent fasting? And since how long you are following this? That's the first question. As a nutrition wellness coach, I would ask if you would have, come to me for your health assessment. Because as we were born, our mothers have not fed us with this intermittent fasting, right? And 20 years back, our grandparents and ancestors have not followed this. And if you'll ask any 40 or 50-year-old person, our grandparents or our elderly parents also, they are not following this diet, as I also mentioned and covered in my talk. So again, the answer is it realistic to follow this diet for a lifetime? I think it's not. For me, at least it's not. I don't know the answer from other people. Please give me a thumbs up if you are with me, yes or no. I can see Fatima, Toastmasters Fatima, Toastmasters Renosh, Toastmasters Jenny, and I think the people who are there in the room with Raja. So the answer is simple. It is not recommended until and unless you are following or you are going through some health conditions. Again, you need to ask the person who has recommended that kind of diet to you. And if you're blindly following diet yourself, I think you need a health coach, or you need a better, health assessment for yourself before just coming to the conclusion whether it is right for you or wrong. Though there is no correct or incorrect diet. There is always a correct and incorrect lifestyle. As per the lifestyle, we need to recommend certain kinds of diets as per the conditions. People go through some chronic diseases. If you're not going through any chronic diseases, I think intermittent fasting, it's just, removing the toxicity from your body for some time, just like we do fasting. Right? So it is not bad, it is good. But again, if there are some conditions, we need to see whether it is good for you if you're following it for long term and how long you need to follow that. And I would recommend whoever asks these questions, if they are following or if they are going through some challenges, and I have just shared a few things in the feedback form, they must fill that feedback form. Next question, please.
Can we have different kinds of meat in the same meal?
Can we have different kind of?
Same meal. Is it okay for us to have different types of meat in the same meal? Like
In the
fish and
same
chicken?
week. In
Okay,
the same week.
The question I think he's asking is, can we have different types of meat in the same meal?
Can we have a different types of meats in the same meal?
Correct. So if
So
you have
in
chicken and
one
mutton
meal-
or beef in the same meal.
In one meal, you are asking?
Correct.
Okay. So is it the question only for the meat?
Yeah, different kind of fats, rather.
Can we use different kinds of meat in same meal?
Different kinds of meats like red meat, chicken, mutton, animal fat, I would say,
Correct.
right? Okay. So again, I would ask you a question. What kind of nutrition you get from animal food? First question, you need to ask that yourself.
Okay.
Second question, you need to ask the meal which you are taking, whether it is a balanced meal or unbalanced meal in terms of nutrition. So now you need to understand what is nutrition. What is a balanced nutrition? So nutrition is divided into micros and macros. Macros comprises of our carbohydrates, proteins, fats, good fats, of course, and the fiber. And the micros involves your vitamins and minerals. Most of the time, the meat which we eat, or for the non-vegetarians, I would say that is the animal fat they are having. Though it is sometimes good fat also, but a lot of bad fat also comes into the picture when we cook. The kind of cooking methods we use to cook that fat, cook that meat. You get protein sources, but you also get the bad fat, which disturbed your cholesterol levels in your body. So the people who are high on non-veg, they should check whether their good fats and bad fats are in balance or not. Because the ratio of our good fat to versus bad fat in our body is 1:6. And most of the time our meal or our food plate is having lot of bad fat because the sources are available bad fat and the good fat sources are less. So again, the ratio of bad fat is increasing in our body and the ratio of good fat is not able to get increased equivalent to the bad fat. So yes, you can have different meats. You can have chicken also, you can have mutton also, you can have your red meat also, though I'm a vegetarian, but I don't have hard feelings for non-vegetarians. I have so many clients who, are non-vegetarians who love non-veg. But again, I guide them the formula of balanced meal. See, you can eat your good choices of food, whatever you like, you eat, but you need to know how to balance it. If you understand that formula, I think you are on the holistic approach of lifestyle, not the chronic approach.
The reason we ask this question is that there is a nutrition a string that says you should have only one type of animal fat in a meal. Okay, the Ayurveda says the same thing too. So do you agree with that, or is that you say that you can still have all the meats, but then in proportion?
All the meats, it depends what kind of choices people want to make. It doesn't matter if you are having different meats also. Again, if you don't have any gut issues, it depends on person to person who's eating that meat. Can I get your name, please? Your good name, please?
Abraham Santosh.
Santosh. Okay.
Santosh.
Yeah, so good question. I think you are non-veg lover, if I understand correct. Okay. Okay, yeah. So first of all, before having high non-veg meals in your meal plate, you should also consider other nutrients by having the protein sources from animal food. Otherwise, it could disturb your other health parameters.
Take it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So much, ma'am, for the wonderful and from your
Thank you so
speech,
much. Thank you so much. Just one line I want to end with. Thank you so much for inviting me for this session. Special thanks to Toastmasters Raja. It recalls my Toastmasters journey as a public speaker. I joined a couple of years back. Because of that, I raised, my self-image today, what I am as a healthpreneur, I'm working, as an IT professional, I'm working. So I can't Toastmasters platform. I'm so blessed as an ex-Toastmasters. Maybe in future, if, I would have bandwidth, I would surely love to, join this platform. But thank you so much for reviving those memories. And I hope I did justice with my topic and answered the questions. If you have any more questions, or if you reach me out personally or anyone in your network, if you want to consult, I've shared my details in the feedback form. Please go through, take 1 minute and, please do justice with that. And I would be glad if I get maximum participation in filling that form. Thank you so much. Have a lovely evening.